You crying again?
I don't know why. That song.
This meant something to me. This meant something to me.
We're still in public, even though we look psycho. We gotta, where are we?
Okay. All right. Cut the music.
I don't think I can.
Okay. So we just. Oh my God. I don't even.
Why am I crying?
Because we're emotional individuals, and when stuff like this happens that you don't think would happen, you just have nothing. Like your body doesn't know what to do.
So I just start crying?
I'm all out of tears. I cried so much in that movie.
Are we spoiling?
No, this is like this is for later. This is for way later. This is for way later.
So they know too.
They know. They know. Guys, we're recording this like, you know, off rip because I don't know, we want it for the memory, honestly.
We felt a lot of things.
They really played it. They did the song and the vocals were in it for a bit too. I cannot believe that. That's so crazy. I thought I was about to get like arrested.
I really thought that was
I literally thought Shadow the Hedgehog was about to kill me.
I wish he was.
Oh, I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to talk about, Emmie. I don't even know what to talk about. I'm emotionally drained. It's gone.
Yeah.
All the liquid in my body is gone. It's all gone.
I love Shadow.
I love him too, and they did him like so.
They did him so good.
So well.
It was like even deeper than the game.
I just love that. Like what I love so much is that they actually spent the time to make sure Shadow wasn't like edgy. Like I know it sounds crazy because like obviously we love when he like holds a gun and all that other stuff, but like Shadow to me is not like always just being dark to be dark. It's like he has a purpose to it, and he can be like soft spoken at times too, and
he actually feels like deeper than most, you know?
Yeah,
he's entirely driven by his feelings.
Yeah. And I just feel like I didn't, like, obviously we knew Maria was Cass, right? And we knew that was going to happen. But, like, did I ever think that they were going to, like, show, like, as much as they did about it? Dude, she was playing acoustic Live and Learn
in the first,
on the guitar.
45 seconds of the movie, and she's already playing acoustic Live and Learn.
Literally, yeah, like, as soon as the freaking movie was going on, I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. I'm also trying to make sure no one can hear us because we're under embargo right now. But she plays acoustic Live and Learn. It was like 5 minutes into the movie.
It was like 5 minutes.
It was so early on, and as soon as that hit, I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of these.
Peak.
I was like, it's gonna be one of these. I'm gonna be crying. Emmie's gonna be crying. We're gonna do this the whole time and go. We like, this is like us the whole movie. Like it was like holding hands, and then just like anytime something emotional happened, we tighten the grip, and then we go. And everyone around us was really quiet, and we're just sitting there.
Like reviewers, like officially, we're not.
And we're just sitting there, and we're just like, oh my God, I just want to scream so bad right now. And I feel like I don't know. They probably were too, to be honest. I can't tell.
Some people appreciate things quietly, but we are not.
We are not. We
like
show all of our emotions. So we're like.
But we're also trying not to make sound.
Yeah, we don't want to annoy people.
Does
but
that help our cinematography?
It does. It's fine. No one cares.
I don't know where we are.
No one cares the quality of the video.
I don't know what's going on.
Dude.
What just happened?
Live and Learn was played. They played Eggman's theme from Sonic 06. His theme when he like comes in with a boss fight, you hear the dun 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 dun.
He is really scary good at identifying Sonic music. He knew that like 1 second in. And it was deep in the background of like a scene
yeah,
that
it
wasn't
was like,
even
I heard it, and I
fully
was like,
focused on Eggman.
I think they're playing Sonic 06 music right now.
I
and
look
they
over
were.
and he's just like,
I was losing my mind. They played Eggman's theme on the on his cell phone from Adventure 2. They did like
Escape from the City.
Escape from the City apparently was in there, and I was too overwhelmed with what was going on apparently to hear it. I don't know.
We definitely missed that.
Look, I'm just like shouting out the cameo type things, but like genuinely, there's just, like I don't even.
The story though. Was
the
so
story.
Good. There was never a dull moment. Like nothing was filler.
It's like I almost wish there was more.
Like I think I could point out moments in the first two movies where I'm like, okay, this is like them like taking their time getting to it, but like everything in this movie felt important.
Yeah, everything in this movie was like pretty to the point, and
it was
like
all needed.
And I'm just sitting there going, I don't want this movie to end.
They never did something where it's like you don't see Shadow for like 30 minutes. It's like no, you see him like at least every other scene. You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he comes in pretty quickly.
Same with Gerald. My God, I would thought
they
he was
gave
gonna be
him
in
a
and
lot.
out.
They gave him a lot.
They gave him a
lot. Really did. I think they wanted to do that because Jim Carrey was the fact that Jim Carrey was doing two characters.
They're gonna really
was like let's do that, and that was great. I really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously it's different from the game, but
he is very different.
you know, like that's the point, right? It's an adaptation. It's supposed to be like I think in some ways, especially at this point with the Sonic movies, it's like it's not going to be exactly what SA2 was, but God, even with all the lore that's even different in this movie, and you know, in the past movies, there's been some differences here or there. They still made it work with what they had, and dude, there literally were living learning in space, actually fighting like in multiple scenes over.
They sit on the moon and watch
they literally
the
sit on the
stars
moon
and talk about how revenge is not the answer.
This is such a good movie for kids, bro. Like I know that it's like kind of traumatic. There's like some dark stuff in this movie, but like
it's the same
I played this stuff as a kid.
Yeah,
exactly. I played this stuff as a kid, and it like taught me a lot as a kid. Like, yeah, like dude, them sitting on the moon.
I was, you know what I was thinking that whole time? This is more for me, so I'm gonna cut this out, but all I thought about was how good of an ambience video that little like moment would make if they just looped that and played like lo-fi. Yeah. It was just so like cinematography was still gorgeous. The CGI was gorgeous. Like Super Shadow and Super Sonic were easy to identify.
They even did like they did like the white fur for him too, like the lighter color Super Shadow.
Yeah.
Like
and they even did it was
oh my God, Emmie. He took off the inhibitor rings. He took off the inhibitor rings. What is happening?
And then he found his inhibitor
and
rings.
then he found them. That was crazy.
He's alive.
But yes, but he took them off, and that's only happened one time in like any game. I don't know about like comics and stuff like that, but it's only happened one time in any game, and it happened in Sonic 06.
He pushed the arc so that it wouldn't like explode on the earth. Shadow literally, with his own strength alone, Sonic was like falling to the earth. Shadow pushed the arc, and Eggman sacrificed himself. What the fuck?
They did the reverse of the I've come here to make an announcement scene, and it's him saving the world instead. That's so sick. Oh my God. And all the love between Agent Stone and Eggman. Oh,
if you wrote this movie down on paper and didn't tell anyone it was a Sonic movie, and you're just like the hero does this and the anti-hero does this and the villain does this,
right?
I think people would think it was like a fucking like Oscar-winning film. Like the way that it was like all the characters like were just so well written in this movie.
They're so cute. Tails is so cute in this movie.
I like Agent Stone going, by the way, I just have to say this. You're really adorable.
and Tails goes, oh, thanks. You. Something like that.
He's so cute.
Tails is always like, I always imagine like Tails, this is so weird, but I always imagine like Tails is like what our kid will be like one day.
Yeah, he's like a little toddler.
Like a little toddler, like just got some gadgets, got some tech that he thinks is cool.
Amy!
Oh.
I already forgot.
There's just so much that happened.
I already forgot.
Metal Sonic. They had Metal Sonic in it.
She kicked their asses. Dude, this movie's not real.
Bro, she was wearing like a cloak. She was wearing a cloak.
She had a hammer.
She did. I saw the hammer. I was like, I saw the color like pinkish purple or whatever, and I couldn't tell if it was pink or purple. I was like, it's either Rouge or it's Amy. Amy made more sense with Metal Sonic in the scene.
Where the fuck did she come from?
Where the hell did Metal Sonic come from?
Why are they in New York?
What's going on? I don't know. And also, yeah, where's Amy been this whole time?
I don't know.
Dude, and I thought for sure Kristen Ritter was going to be Rouge. Somehow.
Yeah, he was fully convinced.
With all like the transformation tech and stuff in the movie, I was like, they're just gonna reveal in the after credits that Kristen Ritter was actually Rouge the whole time, but they didn't.
That would have been sick though.
But weirdly, she kind of felt like Rouge in this movie as well. Like she like trapped them, and she's like working for Gunn, but kind of like, you know, has a little bit of like a different vibe from the normal Gunn soldiers. She's not evil. Like, yeah, that was super interesting. Make her, somehow make her Rouge still.
Retcon it.
Make it happen. Just say that she was pretending, like it's Secret Invasion or something. Anyway.
We gotta go.
Oh my God.
Dude,
when they were it's fine. When they were in space, Emmie, it was like my entire childhood was realized in a peak format. And I honestly, I don't know how to even, express my feelings.
I was going to say it earlier.
I just cried. I was crying.
The bio-lizard obviously did not happen. But
they weren't going to do that.
What did happen was all the robots that came down, they did that. That's, you know how you have to dodge them and stuff? That is what they did.
They still had to dodge things in space, yeah.
That's how they supplemented. So you still got that, SA2 final battle moment.
Dude, when they were Supersonic, Super Shadow, and they were going all the Earth, and it was like, boom, they're in Egypt. Boom, they're in this. Boom, they're in this. I was like, oh my God, that looks sick, dude.
Or something.
That looks so sick. I'm surprised that they went super that early. I thought it was they were only gonna go super right before it was about to fire or something.
No, because they did that last movie. So this was how they did it differently.
They're like, oh, let's just go for it.
I told Jordan afterwards, I said, I have never seen you cry so hard. I'm gonna expose you. He doesn't cry hard ever. He tears
Oh really?
Up. Oh, No. You tear up a lot, but you don't cry really.
Yeah. I mean,
he's pretty good at keeping composed.
Right.
We tear up a lot. I cry a lot at movies, but I've never seen him cry. This man finally was for the first time since I've known him, crying. That's what I saw when I looked over. I was it was Live and Learn started playing, and that was all you needed. It was an epic version of Live and Learn.
And then they had some of the vocals in it as well, which I didn't think they would ever do. And it was when they started partnering up. It was a lot of emotions at the same time. Dude. So I was I don't think that he's probably gonna be tearing up a bit. I look over and you're just dude, can we? Oh my God.
We cried really hard. We cried at the beginning when Shadow broke out.
We're crying all over the place, Emmie. We just cry. If they go back in that theater right now, you know they're gonna see a giant puddle on the ground. They could make chaos spawn from it. That was the nerdiest thing I've ever said. But it's true. All right. Also, I noticed this, and I didn't want to point out in the movie. There was literally a billboard in the background at the very start of the movie in Tokyo that said Chaos Soda. Chaos Soda. Not the Chow stuff.
JC Soda?
No, she doesn't know chat. She doesn't know.
I thought it said Chow something.
No, is Chaos Soda.
Are you sure it's not the brand of Chow? The Chow Garden brand?
Well, maybe in this world it is, but in SA2, when you're fighting the gun robot and stuff, the boss fight, you'll see the War of the Chow or whatever in the background, Planet of the Chow.
They did have a movie poster too. I swear I saw one.
They had a lot. Oh my God, I still can't believe, dude. Oh
Are we gonna make a full sit down video about this, or is this the full sit down video?
I think we could make a full sit down video, but I feel like this should almost just be uploaded raw to YouTube and just
oh my
let
God.
it go. Because this is our first impressions, walking out of the theater. I was like, Emmie, we're not even gonna say anything until we get into this car. Dude, I don't even know.
Also, we couldn't. There were people everywhere, and we're under embargo.
Dude, oh my God. Oh my God, Emmie.
We have 3 screenings of this to attend next week. You're gonna have to experience that 3 more times. That's a lot of time.
I'm gonna need to drink 7 gallons of water to make sure that I have enough tear reserve, because that's what happened to me.
How about 7?
I feel like I've been through a war. Yeah, maybe that. That was incredible. I think it's definitely a movie that feels so much for the fans, and that's what's really amazing about it. Like, you know, obviously it doesn't do like the bio lizards on this movie, but like, how in the world would have done that, dude? When Gerald was transforming to like the scorpion thing, I was like,
I literally mouthed
is he gonna become the bio lizard somehow?
I literally thought that's where they were going.
I was like, no way.
That would have been sick, actually. Maybe they're a little too hard to believe.
I don't know,
but I think it would have been cool.
He jumps out in space and he's like, oh, that'd be crazy.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Do we still not really have any answers as to how he's alive?
How Eggman lived from the last movie?
No.
We don't really
know.
Gerald.
He's just 110 years old, casually.
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
They even had like the whole, like his jail cell had all the writing on it, like I say too. Like, what the dude? They knew. They had so much stuff like that in this movie. Oh my god.
Shadow's beginnings are very different.
Yeah. Well,
he came from an asteroid?
They're saying in this movie that he came from, like an asteroid or whatever. Like, just like how Sonic is an alien.
Yeah.
Shadow is an alien that fell on the planet, and then Gerald like tested on him and stuff.
But didn't Shadow get created by Gerald?
In the video games, Shadow is created by Black Doom's DNA.
So aren't you kind of under the impression that they're like going to eventually dive into where he came from? Black Doom?
I mean, I guess you could say maybe that meteorite or whatever, or meteor came from the Black Comet.
Where else would it come from?
That's kind of crazy. I mean, that is probably the only answer.
Sonic did not come down in like a meteor.
No, he portaled in from the rings.
That is so different.
Yeah, you're right. It might have been from a comet. They might have literally. They might actually have ties to Black Doom, like legit.
I think they're setting it up.
That'd be so insane. But yeah, they kind of did more of like, oh, he just like organically appeared on the Earth. He wasn't like, and then they tested on him to use his energy. They didn't like create. They didn't create him from scratch.
No. Like they did in the games, though.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
But still, it ultimately gets to like the same end goal. You know, still the same stuff happens. Maria still gets.
There's just no like
killed.
Real reason as to why he's so identical to Sonic and why he's able to super shadow too, though. Like that's where I think maybe they'll go into it.
Yeah.
In the games, at least you get a little bit of an explanation.
Dude, do you think like some parents gonna take their kid to this movie and they'll be like, dude, like this little girl died?
I know.
Like it's kind of dark, right?
They never actually show it.
They don't show it,
and they don't show her close up, but it is dark. You learn to like her a lot.
They didn't show like a gun agent like actually shooting her. It was like, oh, she got like
friendly fired basically
from the chemicals that were nearby, blew up the place, and then she got like killed in the rubble, which is probably like the best way they could do it without like literally making it seem like they're, you know, this movie's rated PG, by the way. PG.
Well, I guess it's not going to be rated PG-13. Eggman says damn.
He does, but
I was shook by that.
But like, there's a lot of like deaths in this movie. Like Maria dies.
Yeah, a lot of like deaths of characters that you're supposed to like. You know.
Yeah, like Maria dies. Eggman. It seems like he might be out.
Gerald literally got zapped into a bug zapper.
Yeah, in the chaos energy. And then Shadow supposedly died, but then he's fine at the end. But yeah,
Maria was the big one there for sure. Oh, the fucking general died. What's his name?
Well, we don't know for sure. He might have just been severely injured. I don't know.
No, I thought we knew for sure he was dead.
I don't know. I don't think we know. But
either way, it's still dark.
The other thing I was gonna say too is like, they very much implied at the beginning of the movie that it's like black hole grenades and stuff like that, and the chaos energy is like you know, relates to that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they could play around with like going into a black hole and like time travel. They could do that. Like the arc literally like collapsed into a black. It seemed to make a black hole like nebula thing in the sky.
Sounds like it's another case of if Jim Carrey wants to come back, he can.
I feel like there is an out if they wanted to, but this is also a great ending for him if he's done.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean, this is better than the last ending for him.
I agree. I don't know if him coming back would be like as poetic. It'd kind of ruin it.
I kind of like if this is.
I would want him to come back. Still,
I mean, it's hard not to make one of these without him, but
I know.
But I like SA2 kind of has that moment at the end where, you know, Eggman saves the world with all the characters, and he kind of reflects. He's like, "Did my grandfather really want to do this?" And I remember like playing as a kid. I was like, "Man, this could be like the ending of Sonic," because I feel like Eggman actually realized his mistakes, and they kind of did that with Jim Carrey in this movie, which made me really, really happy.
But they continued those with Eggman, so there's a world where they can continue.
Also, Metal Sonic comes out of nowhere somehow.
Lots of Metal Sonics.
That could have been. Is it, who made that?
Don't know, because Robotnik throws the quill. Remember, I turned to you and I was like, oh, he threw it.
Yeah, he threw the quill. And then, and Gerald is supposedly gone, but unless Gerald made stuff,
so there's a world where he could have made it with shadows.
We also don't know how Gerald is out, right?
What do you mean?
We don't know how he escaped. Or do we? What? Like, he said he was in prison, yeah. Does Shadow get him out?
We don't know that.
No, because
he got Shadow out.
Yeah, we don't know.
Remember, because Eggman's like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
The security?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here.
We do. But
more to come.
But I think we don't know how exactly Gerald escaped, but we do know
he rescued Shadow.
Yeah, so he could have he could have built other things in the time he escaped. Maybe that's how Metal Sonic is there. Also, we just gotta say though, the post-credit scene, and I'm sure we'll talk more about all this in like an official video at some point. But the post-credit scene, Amy is so cute and adorable. What the heck?
They like
she
made her
looks
look more
so
realistic.
cute.
It's like Tails. Like his movie design is so good.
I know, and like they gave her like a little cloak, and they like made her like actually like.
She didn't speak though.
She didn't speak.
We don't know
not
who
cast,
it is.
Not cast yet, I bet.
No.
But
she was so cute.
She was very cute.
And then right when they showed her, they just cut. And I'm like, no.
No, I know they did it again.
I want to see more.
But it makes sense. We've been saying a while. It's like, oh man, we've been through 3 movies and there's yet to be like
boy.
Yeah, there's yet to be Amy or like Rouge or Blaze or anybody like that or Cream.
That's true.
So, it's really nice that they actually did that. And I was more hyped for Amy than I was for Metal Sonic. I like once I saw Amy, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have Metal Sonic without Amy.
That's why they did it the way they did.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Metal Sonic's here, so maybe something could happen.
Yeah. But then she totally like says, nope, Metal Sonic, I destroy, I'm here now.
But then is Metal Sonic gonna actually be a threat? I guess. Maybe. There could be a bunch of copies of him, you know? It's
not open to me that they're not going to continue with Shadow and Amy.
Yeah, and then they have Shadow picking up his inhibitor ring again. That was
the nature of how they continue is kind of unknown right now. Like, is it a Shadow show? Is Shadow going to be in 4? Is Amy going to have a show? Is she going to be in 4? Is the Robotnik alive? Is he going to do whatever? You know, because they do like the Knuckles.
I could see them doing a Shadow show and show him. I don't know what he'd be doing, but yeah, dude, I don't know.
They did a lot in this movie that like. It took a few games for Shadow last time, which is the whole like going back and re-exploring Gun and like seeing where it all happened with Maria.
Yeah.
The whole thing with like, who am I? Oh, okay, I don't need to exact my revenge.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. Like it took a little bit in the games to get to like that point, but there's plots you could do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that they could do. We were saying before going to the movie, we're like, wait. Is Silver the Hedgehog going to be a post-credit scene in this movie?
I was fully convinced.
And I was like, no, wait, why am I even believing that? There's no way they would do that. But then the fact that there was like black holes and then they also played Sonic 06 music, like what? It's like they're taking things from everything. So they could do that. They could do some time travel at some point if they really want to, which would be insane. But I don't know. I think they're going to go with the Metal Sonic Amy thing first.
Yeah.
And then...
maybe Shadow's own thing.
Maybe that. And then, like, they've still yet to do Chaos, but they don't... that's probably kind of hard to do because it's a giant water monster that has to be CGI. Sick, but...
that could be Sonic 4.
I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of a bunch of things, too.
Okay, yeah, we have to go.
We need to go. That was amazing. We cried a bunch. We got to see this because Paramount actually, like, got us into like an early screening.
Shout out to Paramount.
So we really appreciate that. I think that goes without saying, but of course you guys watching videos and watching like our reactions to stuff and actually like, you know, being like, oh yeah, we love seeing when you guys react to Sonic and we want to see more. That's the only reason we were able to even see this when we did, which is like,
so cool.
God, like 10 days before it comes out.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the movie.
Like, I wasn't even prepared. Like, we got the email about this like pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, this is happening now. I'm not mentally prepared for this. And so then I got to the theater, I watched it, and then I just cried. I just cried multiple times over.
True.
And it was amazing. Jeff Fowler and the entire team, y'all absolutely killed it.
You ate.
I feel super happy as a 27-year-old. Yeah, super JC happy. so annoying. No. I feel super happy that as a 27-year-old man who grew up with Sonic Adventure as my first video game of all time that I ever played. I'm super fulfilled. I never would have thought I would have seen anything like this in my life, like ever. It makes me want to cry. Just
I know I knew it. I heard it in your voice. I'm like, I think he's gonna cry again.
What the heck, dude?
What kind of fucking drugs did you put in these movies? They make us cry.
They were sitting on the moon talking about how
that was my favorite scene.
Star.
Nope, don't say it. You're just gonna cry. Even though a star burns out, the light is still there.
Just like Maria's still around in his heart. Peak
cinema.
Peak cinema.
Cinema. We both did that.
Cinema. Any last words?
No. Actually, we're just gonna cry again. I loved it. We're gonna see it again next week, 3 more times. Thank God. There's the boy.
Hit it. This meant something to me. This meant something to me, man. Out.